Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here with Matt Stoeckel, who is CEO of Tourism Fiji, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in Fiji today. It's an amazing destination, and you're going to be really surprised at what you'll find. And this is Insider Travel Report. Now, Matt, I have to be honest with you, I have never been to Fiji. I've been to your Fiji tourism conferences, and every time I go, and we just finished a little seminar here, we're at the Signature Travel Network show in Las Vegas, I am always amazed at these island groups. Now, talk a little bit about what are the tourism numbers like overall and from the U.S.?
Yeah, so our numbers are great. We get over 800,000 visitors a year. So US and Canada are our third largest market,
Right.
and it's growing at over 15%. It's a great market for us, and we're very optimistic about it for next year as well.
Yeah, well, it's great news on the tourism front. And the other thing I'm always surprised at is I always think of Fiji, oh, it's an island. It's not an island, though. Tell me how many islands it is?
Yeah, we boast 333 beautiful islands. That's not counting the atolls either. And so there's a lot more to Fiji than just one island. And that's what we use platforms like the Signature Show to help tell agents and remind them about all that Fiji has to offer.
Well, you have two major islands, right? Those two are what?
Correct. We've got Viti Levu, which is the main island where you land. You land at Nadi International Airport. And then we have Vanua Levu to the north. And that's where a lot of our boutique five-star luxury product that are in the Signature program are located.
And then you also have a lot of other smaller island groups around those big ones, right?
Correct. There's a lot of groups to make up 333 islands. And very close to Nadi are our Mamanutha group. They're between 30 and an hour and a half minutes in a small boat to get to. The Yasawa group is to the north of the Mamanuthas. It's part of the second largest barrier reef in the world. And we've also got Kondavu to the south and other islands, the Lao group, which are to the east.
Well, listen, amazing, and you can be out there for quite some time and exploring all these different island groups and different resorts, both on these two main islands and on the smaller ones. And in fact, it's not that far to get to from from California, right?
Yeah, correct. So it's a 10-hour flight. We have daily services out of LA and 2 to 3 services a week out of San Francisco. The schedules are really favorable as well. So you jump on your plane, right? You take off around 10 o'clock at night, have a good meal, good glass of red wine, watch half a bad movie, fall asleep, and you wake up in paradise.
Yeah, and then apparently you can, then you can take a small plane or a boat to one of these incredible island resorts, right?
Correct. A lot of the resorts boast that you can be there for breakfast. So out of the US, you can very easily be at your resort in time, checked in, having a breakfast, enjoying Fiji.
Well, I'm already there, I tell you. Now talk a little bit about some of the major resorts that you're really promoting now, because I think I know we've done stories that were Fiji is a family destination, but it's also very much for couples, and you got some incredible resorts for both groups, right?
Yeah, correct. We've got a very diverse accommodation base in Fiji. So we've got the big brand names and lots of areas which are tailored for the family market, but we've also got a growing and increasingly growing couple-specific resorts, so adults-only resorts.
Yeah, and boutique resorts that have some on their own private islands, right?
Correct. A lot of the resorts are one resort, one island, and unlike other places in the world, on Fiji they are quite boutique, with very strong staff to visitor ratios, so it is really five-star luxury.
Yeah, and I didn't expect that. I think I'd done stories and saw the family aspect on the big islands, but not these small boutique, very romantic resorts that look fantastic.
Yeah, and we've got more to come. So next year, James, we'll have 6 Senses opening in Vunumbaka in the Mamanuthas, which is really exciting for us.
Yeah, and that's a big major boutique brand. Now, the other thing is you mentioned the airport. You recently renovated the airport too, right?
Yeah, so the airport's undergone a $126 million modernisation program. So all new terminal services. Fiji Airways will be launching a new lounge very shortly, and so it's a very seamless experience to get in and out of our airport. We've also been doing a lot of other infrastructure upgrades around Nandi, so getting to and from your accommodation, if you're staying in Nandi or around, is never been easier as well.
And finally, you have some great travel agent programs. You have a travel agent training program, Matai, I believe. Talk a little bit about what that involves and what agents should do in terms of getting in touch with you on taking this course.
Correct. As a first step, for an agent, if they're not already one of our Matai agents, is to log on to fiji.travel, go to our Matai platform, register. It's not hard to complete the modules, and then you become a Matai specialist. That gives you access to all our programs and benefits, as well as possibly having a chance to come on one of our famils that we do each year.
And I'm sure no agent wants that, right?
Of course, of course, yeah.
Well, Matt, thank you very much for filling us in on all the things that are going on in Fiji. It sounds like a marvelous destination. I look forward someday to joining you there and seeing this incredible these islands, 330 plus islands. That's amazing. And thanks for taking the time to fill us in.
Thanks. Well, next time we can do the interview in board shorts and a bowler shirt in Fiji, James.
That's a deal. We're there. I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report.